got into the courtroom, I was super scared because I was thinking if she gets out and they say she's innocent, she's definitely gonna kill me.
When the twins took the stand, those were really tense moments in the courtroom.
If you look at the footage for just a second, it feels like a normal day. A school gym filled with folding chairs, proud parents holding camcorders, teachers guiding seniors across the stage. In the middle of all this noise, you see a family standing together, cheering loudly for two identical twins receiving their diplomas. Their names are Jennifer and Christina Beard. Behind them are their mother, Celeste, and their stepfather, Stephen, clapping with wide smiles. But sitting one row ahead is a woman who doesn't quite fit into the picture. Her name is Tracy Tarleton. She is smiling like everyone else, even clapping for the twins, but her presence carries a secret nobody in that room can see. Months before this moment, Tracy had been released from a psychiatric hospital, and ever since then, she had been meeting with Celeste in private. Those meetings were not about friendship or support. They were about planning a violent act the twins would only understand once it was too late.
She's very scary. There wasn't enough locks on the door for the two of us to feel safe.
We were scared to death. We thought she'd kill the girls.
You better get your home tonight. You understand that? Because if you don't, you will be sorry.
The video freezes. A whisper overlays the frame. "We were scared to death," one of the twins says. "We thought she'd kill us." The story rewinds. The twins were 13 when everything in their home fell apart. Their parents' marriage didn't just end, it exploded. The custody battle dragged on for so long that it carved their family in half. When the judge finally made a decision, it shocked everyone. Jennifer would move to Washington State with their father, Craig. Christina would stay in Texas with their mother. For two sisters who thought of each other as one soul and two bodies, this was a knife to the heart. Jennifer later said she didn't know how to sleep without her twin in the same room. Christina felt like she lost the only person who understood her without needing to speak. Phone calls helped, letters helped, but nothing made up for losing each other's presence. 3 years passed like that. The twins finally get their chance to spend a summer together at their grandparents' home in California. The moment they reunite, it feels like a missing piece snaps back into place. They laugh until their stomachs hurt. They stay up talking for hours. After years of being forced apart, they finally feel whole.
My sister and I never skipped a beat.
Laughing so hard that we were crying, and I just couldn't believe that we were actually back together again.
But the happiness doesn't last long. Jennifer tries calling her father to let him know she's safe. No answer. She tries again and again. The phone rings endlessly and a silence hangs over every call. 2 days later, the phone rings for real. Craig has been found dead, alone. A handwritten note nearby. He had been silently carrying a weight no one fully understood. Jennifer breaks down. Jennifer can't go back to Washington, so she joins Celeste, Christina, and Celeste's partner, a wealthy, retired media executive named Stephen Beard in Austin. Jennifer doesn't know what to expect, but Steve surprises her. He's calm, soft-spoken, and eager to make both girls feel at home. On Sundays, he takes Jennifer out for breakfast. He listens when she talks. He treats both twins like daughters even before he officially adopts them later.
It's just so sweet, which was a relief, because he was technically my stepdad. On Sundays, it was really special because Steve and I would always go to breakfast together. I was very grateful to have his relationship.
When he gives them matching rings to symbolize their place in the family, the girls feel a peace they haven't felt in years.
He had always wore his.
He just gave it to us after he adopted us, and we thought it was the coolest thing.
I was definitely moved that he had this special ring made. And
after the chaos of divorce and distance, they finally have a stable home. From the outside, it looks perfect, but behind the walls of the Beard home, something is shifting, something subtle, dark, and dangerous. It is 2:30 in the morning. Jennifer is staying at her boyfriend's house. Christina is asleep when suddenly her bedroom door bursts open. The lights flip on. Her mother runs in, panicked. Someone's at the door. Christina jumps up, confused, and runs toward the front of the house. She sees bright white lights flashing through the window and hears pounding at the door. Thinking it is a break-in, she calls 911, but the operator tells her the people outside are actually police officers responding to another emergency call from inside the home. Christina races to open the door. Officers rush inside and ask one question. Where is your father? She leads them upstairs, where paramedics are surrounded around Steve. His bed is soaked in blood. A shotgun blast has torn into his body. He is barely conscious. The room is chaotic, filled with medics shouting instructions, trying desperately to save him. Then an officer spots something on the carpet, a spent 20-gauge shotgun shell. This wasn't an accident. This was attempted murder. Steve is airlifted to the hospital. Jennifer receives a panicked call. The twins have no idea who did this.
Just couldn't believe what he just said. I'm panicked. I'm definitely panicked.
If they ask who might have done this, don't mention Tracy. That moment becomes the first crack in the mask. A few months earlier, Celeste had been checked into a psychiatric facility after a breakdown. It was there she met Tracy Tarleton. The two women formed an intense, fast friendship. After getting out, Celeste brought Tracy into the twins' lives. Dinners, birthdays, their graduation. But the twins always felt something off.
They had this weird friendship.
I just remember thinking that this lady wants more from our mom than just a platonic relationship.
Detectives feel the same thing. They search Tracy's home and find a 20-gauge shotgun with her name engraved on it. Ballistics confirm the shot that hit Steve came from that exact weapon. Tracy is arrested, but the bigger question remains. Why would she shoot an old man who never wronged her? Detectives suspect what the twins soon fear. Tracy didn't act alone. After Steve's death from complications, Celeste's behavior becomes erratic. While the girls cry at the funeral home, Celeste purchases 2 pink caskets for the twins. She says she wants to be prepared. The girls don't understand. Prepared for what? Why would a mother choose coffins for her living daughters? Her mood swings intensify. She laughs during serious moments. She yells at nothing. She acts as if everything is a game. And then comes February 16th, 2000. The moment that changes everything. Celeste begins talking about all of them ending their lives together. She suddenly grabs a knife, raises it, and plunges it into her own leg. Blood starts streaming. The twins dial 911 again, terrified. Celeste survives and is taken to the hospital, but now she becomes even more unstable. While recovering, Celeste begins calling the twins constantly. Sometimes she cries, sometimes she screams, sometimes she speaks as if nothing is wrong.
She missed the artery in your leg by like a hair, they said. She almost bled out.
Why would Celeste stab herself in the leg?
Her depression. She has no way of controlling it without medication.
Chaos becomes so overwhelming that Christina starts recording the calls. She wants a way to show her mother how disturbing she sounds. But during one call, Celeste says something that turns the girl's blood cold. "I hired someone to kill Tracy." Christina freezes. Jennifer breaks down crying. If she can hire someone to kill Tracy, did she also hire someone to kill Steve? Are the pink caskets meant for them? Suddenly, everything makes sense. They're living with someone dangerous. The twins empty their bank account and disappear. No cards, no phones, no trails. They bounce between motels, pay in cash, and constantly look over their shoulders. Celeste tries to find them every day. The girls beg detectives for help and are granted a protective order to keep their mother away, but they know that the truth about Steve's murder can only come from one person. In 2003, the trial begins. The courtroom is full, reporters fill the aisles, and the twins must testify against the woman who gave birth to them. They talk about years of emotional abuse, the drugs Celeste slipped into Steve's food, her obsession with his money, her breakdowns, the threats, the manipulation, the pink caskets, the knife, the screams. Tracy also takes the stand, recounting the night she walked into the Beard home and fired the shot. The prosecution plays the audio recordings of Celeste threatening Tracy and terrorizing her daughters.
What did I ever do to you except love you? And this is how you treated us, like trash. You say we turned on you, but you turned on us. You turned on the whole Beard family. He let you into his home, loved you, honored, obeyed you, and you violated him and murdered him. You are guilty. Shame on you.
The jury listens silently. 3 days later, the verdict is read. Guilty of capital murder. Celeste is sentenced to 2 consecutive 40-year terms. The twins finally breathe. Years pass, the twins rebuild their lives. Jennifer focuses on her career and mental health. Christina becomes a loving mother, giving her children the gentle childhood she never had. Their bond is stronger than ever. Celeste expected her daughters to stay silent. She expected loyalty. She expected fear. Instead, they chose survival. They chose truth. They chose each other. And that is the ending Celeste never saw coming. In the end, this story is not only about a shocking crime, but about the strength of 2 sisters who refuse to let darkness define their lives. Jennifer and Christina rebuilt their future one step at a time, proving that healing is possible even after the deepest betrayal. Their bond became the shield that protected them when everything else fell apart. And today, they live with the peace they fought so hard to earn. If you want more true stories told, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications for the next video.